PCHS Calgary was created in 2014 to respond to a desperate need for counseling and support services in the South Asian community in Calgary.
Mission statement: fostering partnerships to promote happy, healthy, and successful families.
Punjabi Community Health Services is a community organization managed by a volunteer board of directors, with services provided by professional staff in many South Asian dialects such as Punjabi, Hindi, Urdu, and Pashto. It's modeled after the very successful PCHS Ontario to deal with serious issues like mental health problems, addiction to alcohol and drugs, and family violence. They are problems not unique to the South Asian community, but
what is unique to our community is the culture and the language, is to make sure that we fully understand the multi-generational family unit and the importance of family and some of the triggers that happen within the South Asian families and what caused those concerns and the social issues.
And they are issues that need to be dealt with if we are to have healthy families and a strong South Asian community. For example, we know that there is a serious problem with family violence in our population, and too often people are reluctant to reach out for help.
Domestic violence creates chaos within a family, and it creates an environment of non-safety. So when someone's not feeling safe in their family home, that can obviously lead to issues around mental health issues, but certainly it can lead to harm within families. It can lead to impacts onto the children and onto the stability of that family.
Every Saturday, a support and counseling group meets at the Genesis Center. It's aimed at men who need help dealing with issues like anger management and addictions. Families can attend to learn how they can better understand what is happening. Many here also meet privately with counselors.
The Sahara Men's Group is a 16-week psychoeducational program that is open to individuals and their family members to come into the group and to understand what addiction is in a culturally and linguistically appropriate manner.
This man, who asked that his identity be hidden, has not been able to see his children or spouse for months because of his behavior and related alcoholism. The counseling has helped him to become sober and is providing him with skills and strategies to eventually rejoin his family.
Yeah, मेरे घरे family problem सीगी, so ਉਹਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ जो साडे मेरी wife ਨਾਲ मेरी लड़ाई होई सीगी, so उस time मैं drunk सीगा, so जो ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਲਾਸਾਂ ਲੈਣਾ ਪਈਆਂ, right?
What's universal to most addicts, 99% of addicts, is that there's a history of abuse. The abuse can be sexual, physical, verbal, neglect, anything. And so kids of alcoholics get neglected or abused by their father who beats someone when he's drunk. And they are now 3 times more likely to become alcoholics.
One thing that we know is that people are reluctant sometimes to seek help for this problem, and there's a number of reasons for that. Shame can sometimes play into it, so they feel shameful or embarrassed for what's happening within their own families. The other big issue is that they don't know where they can go for getting help that is meaningful for them. And so oftentimes if there's language or cultural aspects to their social issues, they may not want to go to mainstream services because they don't feel like those services are set up for them, or they understand that their particular situation.
At PCHS, women who find themselves in abusive relationships can obtain private counseling services and support if they need to access the court system. They can get that help in their own language and in a culturally sensitive manner.
It's great because it's something because there are services available. Of course, there's so many services available, but because it's related, they're Punjabi as well, there's the cultural similarities that they can understand where you're coming from and why women do put up with what they put up with, and not just that, just judging them based on like, why don't you just get up and leave? But they also understand the cultural, like your family, the community, money, and just whatever travels from back home from India here. They understand why the women might be putting up with what they're putting up with, and just offering those services to them in a more place that's close to home.
PCHS has realized that this culture, the South Asian culture, is a very family-knit, very large umbrella type of culture, so that the help doesn't just come to the person seeking it, it also comes to the family so that they can help support them. So that's what makes it unique, and that's what makes me hopeful that it'll be able to help these problems.
PCHS, they help me how to pass my situation, how I'm going to improve myself, and also how I'm going to help my husband, how I'm going to help my kids also too.
And one of the most insidious crimes imaginable is taking place in silence and secrecy in our community. So with support from Calgary Communities Against Sexual Abuse, PCHS is able to provide counseling services for people in the South Asian community who've been affected by sexual abuse.
We know that sexual violence hurts people. It hurts them emotionally, physically, spiritually. It hurts families, it hurts communities. But we also know that when it comes out of the silence and secrecy, people are able to heal from it.
It can be difficult for families dealing with serious mental health issues to find help, especially if you don't speak the language or you feel trapped by cultural norms. PCHS is breaking down those barriers.
ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਹਾਲਾਤ ਸੀਗੇ ਉਹਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਰਿਲੇਟਿਵਸ ਫਰੈਂਡਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ, ਪਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੋਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ ਮੋਟੀਵੇਸ਼ਨ ਗਾਈਡੈਂਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲੀ। ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਹਰ ਵਕਤ ਇਹੀ ਫੀਲਿੰਗ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਕਿ ਦਿਮਾਗੀ ਹਾਲਤ ਸਿਰਫ ਇੱਕ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦਾ ਧੱਬਾ ਹੈ, ਇਹਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਇਲਾਜ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਿਰ ਉੱਚਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ ਸਕਦੇ। ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੇ ਫਰੈਂਡਸ ਤੇ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇਦਾਰ ਇੱਕ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਪੁਸ਼ ਅਵੇ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਨ। ਪਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ PCHS ਕੋਲ ਆਏ, ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਖੁੱਲ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੇਕ ਸ਼ੋਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਇਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਬਾਰੇ ਡਾਊਨ ਫੀਲਿੰਗ ਨਾ ਆਵੇ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ ਗਾਈਡੈਂਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੋਟੀਵੇਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦਾ ਇਲਾਜ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਨਵੇਂ ਸਿਰੇ ਇੱਕ ਚੰਗੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਜੀ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਹਰ ਐਂਗਲ ਨੂੰ ਲਾਈਫ ਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਚੱਲ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ।
Some people just need help sorting through the complexities of living in a new country.
ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ ਵੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਉਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਇਹ ਹਾਲਤ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਸੁਸਾਈਡ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ ਸੀ, ਪਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਚਾਇਆ ਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਬਰਬਾਦ ਹੋਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਚਾਇਆ।
Harbon was in a family crisis and didn't know where to turn. PCHS support workers helped him sort through the problems and end the crisis.
ਜੇ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੈਗਾ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਹੈਲਥ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੀ ਹਾਂ ਜੀ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਹੈਲਪ ਕੀਤੀ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਆਪਣੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੀ। ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਹੈਲਥ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਦਾ। ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਜੀ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਰੋਲਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਚਾ ਲਿਆ।
It is possible. We can have healthy, happy families. We have to talk about these issues, strengthen our families and strengthen our relationships, and this can all be done with organizations like PCHS.
The reality is that PCHS is only going to go as far as we as a community let it go. We're very good at funding things. We're very good at when we identify that something is an issue in our community and it needs funding, it gets it. Hopefully now we've come to the point where we're mature as a community and recognize that the only way we're going to be able to deal with these types of problems is going to be able to fund them, and that funding is going to have to come from our own pockets.
It's the responsibility of everyone in the South Asian community to step up and support PCHS. And that support starts today. It starts now.
Together, we can create happy, healthy, and successful families.